Hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today we're going to see my little bird journal flip through. And before we do that, we're going to look at the sneaky peek. Yes, this is the page we're on today. And this here was a happy mail that I got from Mike and Jen. They're on Miss Paintsalot's page on Facebook. And isn't this gorgeous? This Jen made this. And I really loved it. Yeah, they sent it to me on December 3rd, and I wanted to put it in here, and I didn't really want to tuck it in a pocket. So what I did is I made this little tuck, and it's just glued on this left side, and I made it from scraps. And what I did is I just pushed this behind there, and it holds it in my journal for me. Now this was the other side of that envelope that's back here. This is actually the bottom, and then this would glue over the top of that. But the way I did it, I glued it to where it was my ear. I glued it to where I made it into a pocket. So I glued this piece up, and I left that piece going up that way, and I put a piece of vellum in there and then a little couple of scraps, and it made a pocket for me. And I just pushed it down in here. This holds it from going further left, and then that just goes on down in there. And then that's the back side of the pocket, or the envelope. It's very beautiful. She did a beautiful kit. This is Jolene from A Jewel Design. It's her Christmas at Home, and I just love the colors. So of course, you can see I'm writing on my journal. This was last December's. All right, so that's the sneaky peek. And today we're looking at this little baby. It would look like this. This is a little bird with a leaf hanging off of it. And this is a beautiful card that my friend, not my friend, my cousin, girl, sorry. My cousin Phyllis sent me. I thought it was just darling, and I said, I gotta make that the cover of this journal. So I put it on a piece of sprayed paper that I created. It went perfect with the colors. I couldn't believe it. And then the back is just this. This was from out of a one of those paper pads where you got the cut aparts. I did a couple stampings of birds. These are from the Dollar Tree. There are those images from them. But it sits up like this. That's the way I made it. So it would sit up like this. And then I saw this other girl make a closure that was like this. And I believe I showed it in a previous video. But it's a little channel down here that this would go into. Now I glue that down underneath of this back piece. And then it just goes right into there. And it's almost like a little purse in a way. I don't know. But it's very cute. I thought it was a great idea. I'd never tried one like that. But it's very similar to my tunnel closure. But that goes in two sides. Oh, anyway. Let me get to the part where we're going to do the flip through. And actually, it flips this way. It goes this way. I did a very different design than normal. See, I made everything facing up. So I didn't put any pockets in here. I just decided not to. So, but I did put a few pieces in here that were pockets, like this. This is one of my altered paper clips. It's a hidden paper clip as well, and that's what this little birdie is stuck on. But this is a big pocket inside here. It just goes straight through. And I didn't put anything in it. I didn't really have anything to go in there. And I used a bunch of these calendars images that I had. That's a stamp, and this is just a little die cut from some of that same paper. And I thought I would just leave it as it is, like that. Now, when you come over here, you can see I have March and that little... He's a gray gnat catcher. A blue-gray gnat catcher. Whatever that is. And here, this is a pocket on this side. Now, this altered paper clip helps hold this. And I think I showed this in a, yeah, I did a video on this. So this little piece comes out like that, and then it opens, and then it folds up this way, and then it folds down this way. And it's just got a pretty image. You can write on it. I didn't leave very much room to write on, but, you know. And then back here you have really pretty little birds, and then a blue background you could write on. So that's the way that works. And if you need to see that, I will link this at the end for you so you can see how I did this. I showed the old one that I found in one of my other journals, and then I went ahead and did this. So let's put that in there. And I had some more sprayed paper, which is the green. And then I think the blue is my paper as well. So I think it came from this piece. So you flip it this way. There's one of the Dollar Tree stamp sets with a flying swallow. This is a video as well. It's, I think it was Caroline's Craft Tree Challenge. And there's the hummingbird in there. And then it is not enough to stair up the steps. We must step up the stairs. And I don't know how to say that guy's name. But anyhow, then this piece is, and then my mom gave me a Birds and Blooms magazine, 2 of them. And that's where a lot of these come from. There's another one of those stamps. I did a script stamp behind here. And I tried to put the little bird's name in here as well. In case a person that likes birds gets this book, they might appreciate that. Here we have a berried thrush, and there was some images of plants and such, so I'll put that in here. And it says he has harmonizing notes, so I'll put a piece of music. I thought that was neat. And I sprayed this background as well. I have a little bit of shine on it. It was one of those mica sprays. Now here, yeah, you can see the back side of it. It still came through a little bit. Now this is a Swainson's thrush. But I like this background. It was so pretty. And it went really well against this dark paper that I made. Then you have mourning doves. And I had some stickers. And I also used that. This is a piece of vellum. Just to give it a little bit of a different look. And this one is just plain. Now this is a piece of heavier, it's not cardstock, but it's a piece of paper out of a paper pad. And what I did with it is I made the washi tape go down both sides to give some kind of a take the white away, you know, take away the white. I did a little bit of rough inking with green. And then I have a cardinal here, and I'm not really sure what that is. These are the small images on the back of the calendar for the 12 months. And I didn't save the names of those 2 little birds. Now here is the other side of that paper pad piece. And we have nuthatches here. I have a little nuthatch out the window here a lot. They look different than these, though. But I like these red berries. I think that is... what is that? We have it here, and we're always seeing it in the fall. But it doesn't have anything here about what it is. I'll remember it later. There is the other side of my tea-dyed paper that has some spots and stuff all over it. And then I have a Bullock's Oreo here. And I have the beautiful on the book page, and I have little leaves there. Oh, I want to thank everybody for coming to visit. I'm always forgetting that. I wanted to get that right in there. Oh, there's one of them loudmouth cats. Now here, domino. I had won some napkins from Sandra Wildermuth at Blossom and Inspire. That's her YouTube channel. And I knew she had 2 different ones to choose from once I won. And this one had birds. And I said, oh, I got to have that. That's the American Goldfinch. And then here's a couple more from the actual Birds and Blooms book. And I kind of just made a little collage there. And I have a stamp that's a plaid stamp. And I thought that went well in the background. We have over here, oh, and this is the front side of that paper. And it's got that mica spray on it. Can you see it? I don't know if it, I don't know if you can see it that well. Now this was one of my challenges on Miss Paints a Lot. And it is a little tag that actually swivels. And I did all of this collaging on the outside edge of it. And then I put this piece down at Stamperia. Then, and it's got a little bird down here, see? And then behind it, it's a pocket actually. So it's just white on that side. And this is like a little map. But I thought the colors went really well with this. So I just tucked that in there in case somebody wants to write on that. And then it's just solid on the back of my teal paper here. And there's a cardinal. And these beautiful leaves are on here. Now this was a stamp that I got with a grungy set. So I got in here and just kind of stamped it. You can kind of see what I did. Just a little green and some brown to break that up, you know. And then on this side is the other part of that napkin. And that is a Carolina wren. So I did a little bit of stamping in that grungy stamp set with little circles. And then you just have this blue up here. And then this bird, he's an indigo bunting. But I don't understand his mouth. Why his mouth is like that. It's crazy looking. And then I have a stamp over here. This is another one of those pockets. He was from the back of the calendar, so I don't know what he was. But this is one of those you can get inside. If you have a big letter, if you have something you want to write on and tuck it in where nobody can see it, that's the end of the first signature. And then this starts the second signature. It also has one of those big pockets. And I've got like a woodsy scene here in this beautiful snowy owl. He's flying. I know a lot of people love owls. He's pretty, isn't he? And this flap is kind of shadowing everything. I had this little piece of Stamperia with a Q. I guess that was for quail. That's what he looks like to me. But this was a little collage of papers from the Birds and Blooms. And these two are Stellar Jays. Stellar's Jay. I thought they were really pretty. Like a blue jay or a bluebird. But I did a lot of fussy cuttings, as you can see. So this is a American Robin. And that was the one from the back of the calendar. And this is from the magazine. And then I have an orange paper to go along with his breast. This was another thrush. And then I had this one. This is another one of my videos where I had used all these scraps and made a bird nest. And then I made these eggs and put in. This is a blue jay. Oh, I thought that was kind of fun. Here is a bluebird. Those are so beautiful. I love bluebirds. And I put them some pretty purple flowers here because I wasn't crazy about that where the line of the tree went. Here I made just a little pocket. This is some of my sprayed paper. And it was a little piece of Stamperia. And then here we have a chickadee. Maybe it's a little chickadee I see outside my window. But yeah, I had like one of the stickers was here. And this was from the magazine. And then here is a challenge from Caroline's Craft Tree. And I put my little chickadee inside of the birdhouse. It had zipper for one of the words. That's why I have a zipper up there. And this is my mulberry paper. I mean, not mulberry. Gosh, it's not mulberry. It's pokeberry. I live in Virginia, so we have pokeberry bushes. They have these big purple berries. They look like a cluster of grapes almost, but they're smaller. But I squished them one year, and then, oh my gosh, every insect, they're really sweet smelling too, because all the flies were all over me. But they made this gorgeous, gorgeous color to dye my paper with. So I need to do some more. My husband's growing some down in the garden right now for me. And the backside was a little lighter. Now this was an idea from Sandra Wildermuth at Blossom and Inspire. She did a deconstructed envelope. Now what it does, it goes out this way, and you fold the two flaps back that way, and then I put my two long flaps together and then glued it all down. So it's an actual belly band. She loves belly bands, Sandra does. And I also made this it's a pocket. I just didn't know what to put in it because I knew I was going to have this on here. So I just never really put anything inside of the pocket. But I may do that before it hits the store. All right, and this was a blueberry paper that I dyed. Mom had frozen blueberries, and I went and dipped them, and I dried them on the line outside, and then it went to rain. I brought them inside and hung them in the basement, and I swear they hung down there for 3 or 4 days. They never would dry. So this paper is weird. I don't know what the deal is with this paper. It's got a strange feel to it. All right, here's another one of the stickers, and I have a stamp here, and a piece from the calendar, and then from the magazine. And it's another one of those pockets. I don't think I have anything in it, but I might. Nope, nothing in it. I love this paper. It's real pretty, isn't it? And I just did a couple stamps here. I have a postcard stamp and a fern stamp, and then I'll put this here just for some color. That was just a sticker. And then I did Tim Holtz. I did his tree line die cut and put it there because of the snowy owl. I did a stamping back here. That's a northern saw-whet owl. He's kind of sleepy looking. And then that comes down this way. And I've got a cute little thing here. Now this is part of that same napkin. I wasn't wasting any of it. I have the little word hope here. And this is, I don't know what I was doing. I wanted, it is a pocket. Okay, there's a pocket. So this pulls out, and I have this little bird, and then you can write on the back of it. Now this is a different way to go about a closure. Instead of those policy closures you're always seeing, I did a little brad, and I did this, and I made a little C out of it, and I made a small circle stack behind here, and then I did a couple of these bigger circles, and that's all it takes to close that. It's cool. Might have to do a video on it, I don't know. But you can open this, and it has Home Sweet Home, and I just like the way that turned out. Now the way the pocket works is you can put it up inside of the back. It's glued down on the 3 sides. And I had to cut the top off just so it wasn't going to be hindering the closure. But yeah, it's glued here, here, and here. And then when you close it, all you got to do is that to close it all the way. And then I just had this little, I don't know what you call it. It was like a little piece of vellum that has a little, I don't know what kind of tags you call these. It had a little string on it, and I stuck a rub-on. That's all I did. And then we have this little birdie here on some more of the pokeberry paper. And, oh, we have another hummingbird. I'm into the hummingbirds, aren't I? But yeah, he's on the other side of the pokeberry paper. He's got some kind of a flower. I'm not sure what that is. But he looks like a emerald one. Then up here, I just had it needed something. So I put this foxglove. That's what that is. And then I put this little sticker because it had a hummingbird on that. And the colors were perfect. Here is the other side of my green spray paper. And then we have this little birdie. This was from the back of the card from the front that my cousin Phyllis gave me. It had little bird eggs on it. The great treasure increase. What does that say? The great treasure increase our happiness. I don't know what that means, but that's from Tim Holtz. Did I? Nope, that's a period at the end, so I got it in right order. Oh well, I think this is a blackbird. And then I did some of that grungy stamping on it. This one is just a sticker. It needed something on this page, and I just kind of did a freehand scribble. This here is a pocket. I guess you could put it that way if you wanted to, but I kind of wanted the little feather to show. I guess I can't put it that way either. I don't know which way to do the little feather, but I love this little bird, little red-breasted bird. She's looking for my husband. That's what we call his dog. It's a cat. All right, this is some of the Tim Holtz vellum. Oh, she found him. She's going crazy. Okay, anyhow, this is shows up really good against this orange. And then we have the red-winged blackbird is one of my favorite birds too. And that was from Mike and Jen as well. Here is a little pine warbler, and I love this spray paper, how it turned out. And then I think this is some type of little woodpecker here. And I just used like a little thing from the magazine to make a collage. There's some more spray paper. And then I just did a couple stickers here. And then we have the back page. And I think it's the last page, yeah. And I made just a piece of wood as a belly band and just stuck that in there. There is something in here as well because it wouldn't really fit anywhere else. But this was something I made a while back. It's another item that was really well received. I may try to double tag at the end. This and the thing from the Sneaky Peek. But it's I think I call it a ticket pocket. But it is Stamperia. But it was supposed to be where you could see 3 different little tag folder tops or something in here. And it is kind of tight. I do admit that. It may take me a minute to get back in there. We'll fix that later. And then if you've got the back page going that direction. So anyhow, I really hope you enjoyed that and got some ideas. I really had fun with it. I just used a calendar and 2 of those magazines from the Birds and Blooms, and then a few other things that I had around the house here. And then I found the little bird down at Hobby Lobby the last time I went, and that turned out perfect. He's really pretty. I've got some more of them, so if I do any more bird books. So anyhow, thank you. Thank you for coming to visit. I hope you got some ideas, especially on how to do a new closure or how to set it up this way instead of having it lay down. How to start your journal and keep going in that direction. There was a lot of different things I hope I gave you here. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'll see you again. Thanks all my subscribers and watchers. Everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.